I am enough. I wore my doubts like lace. When I was happy, had to tell my face. Smile through the ache. Then I had enough. Looked in the mirror, saw heaven in my frame. No more begging for a secret, make sure they know my name. You said, no, don't you worry about what tomorrow holds. Birds still get their breakfast, and flowers still unfold. So I'm laying it down, this heavy little crown. If you feed the sparrow, you'll cover me now. I'm breathing again, I'm letting it go. You know what I need before I know I am enough, enough, enough. Held in your love, your love, your love. Seek first the kingdom, love will come in time. So I trust you now, I trust you now. Lead me somehow, lead me somehow. Today is enough, my life is in your hands. I used to chase to win, thought they owed me more. Tried to force the door till you opened my eyes. Show me I matter. I am the prize. No more fear in the dark, no more running away. Showered with mercy, covered in grace. You know my secrets, still love who I am. So why would I panic when I'm in your plan? So I'm laying it down, this heavy little crown. If you feed the sparrow, you'll cover me now. I'm breathing again, I'm letting it go. You know what I need before I know I am enough, enough, enough. Held in your love, your love, your love. Seek first the kingdom, love will come in time. Ooh, I trust you now, I trust you now. Lead me somehow, lead me somehow. Today is enough, my life is in your hands. Ain't crying no more if you close that door. Close that door, it was never my door, never my door. Look at the field, look at the birds. You were faithful then, always put me first. I don't chase what fades, I choose what remains. I'm covered in grace, trusting your word, seeking your face. I am enough, enough, enough. Held in your love, enough, enough. Seek first the kingdom, love always comes on time. I trust you now, I trust you now. Lead me somehow, lead me somehow. Today is enough, my life is in your hands. Yeah, I'm enough, orders my steps. Yeah, I'm enough, he knows what's next. Seek first, I rest, no stress. I know my life is in your hands. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I want my doubts like lace.
Hey, good evening, good people, and welcome to the Girl Talk Sunday podcast. I am your host, Sandi BestLife Jones, and I am here to help women just like you discover the purpose and the plan for their life through honoring God, honoring their body, and owning their worth. Yes, we are a faith-based platform. We love us some Jesus over here, but all who come in peace are welcome. I'm just beside myself today. One of my favorite people in the world is in the green room right now, waiting to come out. I'm going to bring her out in just a few minutes. Dr. Glenda Shepard is here. Dr. Glenda is an author, y'all. Dr. Glenda wrote a book. She wrote a book. And we are going to talk about that book in just a few minutes. But before we get started, I need to ask you a very big favor. Please share this live right now. We want as many eyes as possible on Dr. Glenda tonight because she has something really important and special to share with us tonight. I was reading through her book today that she autographed for me. I feel so special. And I was reading through it just to do a little bit of research before tonight's show. And I talked with her actually yesterday too. I was at her house for a little bit. And this book is very special. It's very special. And I'm so grateful that she's here to talk about why she wrote the book and what the message of the book is, what she wants you, the reader, to take away from the pages of this book. She has such a fascinating life story. She's such an amazingly brilliant woman. And I have some pictures that I'm going to show tonight of her brilliance when it comes to her physical health, because nobody does it like Dr. Glenda. I'm just going to tell you right now. She's my personal trainer, and I'm going to be in the gym with her in just a few weeks starting my strength training class. I wanted to finish my single that I'm working on first before I go into my strength training class. And so once I'm done with my single, I will be in the gym lifting weights with Dr. Glenda Shepard, honey. And there ain't no telling what I'm gonna look like when I come out of there. Because when I show you what she looks like, y'all gonna be like, oh no, we may not be ready for that, Sandi. We ain't ready. Before we get started, I want to look in the chat. Yes, I see some folks in the chat. I'm so happy that all of you are here. We praise God for Dr. Glenda. She is a woman on a mission to help women begin to take a look at what is going on in their physical health, their mental health, and their spiritual health. We're going to talk about all three tonight. So grab you some paper and a pen, or get your phone and your notes, and because you ain't going to want to miss nothing that Dr. Glenda has to say. So without further ado, I want to bring out my sweet friend, Dr. Glenda Shepard. There she is, looking like the sun, honey. Don't play with me.
Oh my
Don't
goodness.
play.
My goodness. Sandi, you are too much.
I love
Thank
you
you, thank you,
so
thank
much.
you. I love you so much. We go back a long, long way.
Yes, we do. You've
Yes.
been such a blessing in my life. And 2023 is when we first started working out together. That was 3 years ago. And I was a lot heavier than I am now. And
Yes.
you took your time.
Yes.
You understood that my body was fragile. My body was in pain. My mind was in pain. My spirit was in pain.
Right.
You understood all three. And you walked me through 90 days of a workout plan that helped me lose almost 40 pounds. Now I gained it all back. But the good news is I've lost that plus 46 more since then. So
Congratulations, Sandi.
yes, I took what you taught me. I remember everything that you taught me. And it wasn't so much about the workouts that you taught me. It was the talks that we had
Yes.
while we were working out that
Yes.
I kept with me. They're right here.
Beautiful.
And that's what I go to when I'm getting ready to do my 2-mile walk and I don't want to do it.
Right.
I remember you saying to me, daily exercise is a must. I remember you saying that to me.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Yes. So we're going to talk about your book today. We're going to talk about who you are, what you do, and why you do it. That's actually my first question, because I want the people watching to know who we have here today. So tell us who you are, tell us what you do, and tell us why you do it.
Wow. Well, Sandi, in order to tell you who I am, I have to start with my childhood, because that's where it all started. As a young growing up in Texas, my mother was a Southern cook, and she was a fabulous Southern cook. And I grew up eating Southern food, and we all know it's tasty, right? Not necessarily healthy, but tasty. And I grew up eating, overeating, eating, overeating. So by the time I was in the 8th grade, I was over 200 pounds, over size 18. I just stopped measuring. I just stopped looking at myself because I did not like the girl that I saw. And I did not have a good self-esteem. I played very small. I didn't want to be seen. And I can still hear the enemy telling me, God doesn't love you, because if he did, he would not have created you to look like you look. And those lies were just going over and over in my head as a young girl. What do you do with that? You believe it. because you're just a young girl. You don't know right from wrong. You don't know that that's really a trick. That's a weapon that the enemy is using against you. He's trying to bring your mind down because of how you look. And I wanted to change my body image, but I didn't know how. And that was my quest. And that has continued to be my quest. How do you feed the body without gaining extra weight? Because we need food. It's for our nutrition, it's for our nutrients, it's for our nourishment. The body must have the nutrients in order to grow and thrive. However, we need to learn how to feed without overeating and to eat the proper foods in the proper ratio. So I went on a quest. After I graduated high school, I thought, okay, nursing. I want to be a nurse. I'm going to learn um, how to manage my body, how the body works. I'm going to learn all the things that I need in order to eat and live without gaining the weight. I went through nursing school and it did not teach me that. And I was distraught. I can still remember 90 days into my first nursing job, I was crying going to work because I didn't want to go because it was just depressing. You're passing out pills, you're doing bedpans, you're doing all these things. And I'm thinking, this is not what I went to school for. This is not helping the person to live healthier. I'm just giving prescriptive medications, but we're not talking about their lifestyle, their nutrition, their movement. I wanted that. So I remember when I was starting my fitness, trying to, I didn't say this, but when I was in the 8th grade, I started crash dieting and my body weight came down, but I also lost muscle mass and I was not toned. I was actually flabby. And that was another depression for me. So when I finished nursing school, I remember I hired this guy. He was a personal trainer. This is how I started into personal training. And he taught me how to lift weight properly. And I started to see a difference because I was cardio queen before that, just running and stairmaster and ellipticals and biking and running and cardio, cardio, cardio. Cardio does not build muscle mass. It actually takes away from your muscle mass. And I was in shape, but I was not toned. I'm a girl that loves muscles. I want to see my muscles. I don't want to see just skin. I want to see a definition there. So I started doing this training with this first personal trainer, and then I had the light go off. This is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to really help people. So for years, I did nursing and personal training separately. But now I'm pinning these two together because after 40 years, it's this is really what is going to help people to live a healthy, long life. You have to have good nutrition. You have to move. You have to sleep. You have to do all the things that the human body needs. But the one thing that you have to do, Sandy, that I see people don't do in the 40 years that I've been in this field is being consistent. They stop and start. They stop and start. And every time you start again, you're going to have a harder time getting started. So my message right now, if we stop talking right now and we wrapped it up, my message would be stay consistent with what you are trying to achieve and you will achieve it a lot quicker than if you start and stop and start and stop. Because by the time you do that, you're going to still be the same. You're not making progress. And if you want to make progress, that's my first question, then you need to be consistent. Okay. So
So
Dr. Glenda did all of that. Okay, you have a question? Go ahead.
I do. I do. Share
Okay.
your credentials with us really quick because I want to make sure people know you're not just up here talking. You know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
okay, okay. So going back to my childhood, I didn't want to be seen. I played it small. I didn't try to excel in school. I just
Mhm.
just got by with whatever grade I could get because I
Mhm.
just didn't want to be seen. So when I graduated from my nursing program, I said to myself, you can do better. You didn't
Mhm.
apply this in as a young girl, but it's here. So
Mhm.
Sandy, after I finished my nursing program, it was a 2-year degree in nursing, the lowest degree as an RN. I went back immediately and got my 4-year. I
Mhm.
attained that.
Mhm.
And then I just kept going. Long story short, I have 5 degrees now. I had to prove to
Woo!
myself, you got it in here. You just need to
Yes.
apply it and focus. So in 2022, I graduated with the highest degree as an RN, which is a doctorate in nursing practice. And I gifted that to myself because
Mhm.
after my two girls were grown and out of the house and being single, I had time. And I said to
Yeah.
myself, what do you want to do with this time? Well, I want to, I'm always seeking more knowledge. I will forever seek more knowledge. And I wanted that doctor in front of my name, not as an MD. I love nursing.
Mhm.
So when they came
Mhm.
out with a doctorate in nursing, I thought, sign me up. I want that. So in 2.5 years, I got it. And yeah, so I have a nursing degree, 2 nursing degrees, 2 masters. My first master's was in health service administration. I was in nurse management. Thought I wanted to do that. Don't want to do management. So then I went back, did the nurse practitioner, and then I
Mhm.
went back and got my doctorate
Wow.
and a
And I
few
remember when
certifications.
yes, just a few.
Just
I
a few.
I remember when you were working on your doctorate because I reached out to you to come on the show again because you're like a regular
Yes.
guest. You're a friend of the show. And you said,
Thank
"I'm in
you.
the middle of finishing up my doctorate. I cannot do it right now,
Right.
but as
Right.
soon as I'm available, I'll let you know." And that's
Yes.
exactly what you did. As soon as you finished,
Exactly.
you reached
Yes.
out.
I did,
Yes. I'm
absolutely, I
so proud of
remember
you for that. Ooh,
that. Thank
that is
you,
amazing.
thank you.
I
Yeah.
want to ask you, why your approach to um, wellness is a three-prong approach where you look at physical, mental, spiritual. Why do you look at all three as opposed to just focusing on physical?
Yes, that's a very great question. Well, if you look at us as a being, we are all 3, right?
Mhm,
And in order to
mhm,
be, I come from a holistic perspective, meaning that if your physical being is tip top, you've got it going on, you
mhm,
can check all the boxes, but your spiritual, your mental, emotional or not, you're not going to be
mhm,
a well
mhm.
person. It's just like being
Right.
having a tire, all right? In order to have
Mhm,
for that tire to be functional, it has to be full of air, right? It can't be lumpy because you're
mhm,
not going to be able to roll it. And it's the same way with the being,
mhm,
with us. There's a spiritual being. And as believers, we know that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, right? So with that
right.
human
Mhm,
experience,
mhm,
that's this body that we're zipped up in, I like to say. And after working the last 14 years in the end of life care, actually 15 years,
mhm,
I can
mhm,
testify that chronic diseases, if you are not managing and trying to reverse that chronic disease, it's going to
mhm,
continue to manifest in your body because the body is interconnected. The heart and the
mhm,
lungs, the liver, the kidneys, all of it works together as one. When you start to have a dysfunction in one area, it's
mhm.
gonna show in another area, and it
Right.
continues. You take prescriptive medications, it's gonna manage that, but it's not
Mhm,
going to bring a cure. I believe the body
mhm,
is self-curing. It can heal itself. I caught a little cold earlier this week. You can probably
mhm,
hear the nasal
mhm,
in how
mhm,
I'm talking. I don't take anything. I just allow my body to do what it's going to do. And that
mhm,
is my immune system's going to be built up from it. I might have a few uncomfortable symptoms, you know,
Mhm,
a stuffy nose, having to use Kleenexes,
mhm,
coughing a little. That's the way the body handles this that's going on. It's
mhm,
natural. So
mhm,
at the I st this my little cold started on Tuesday, and today is
mhm,
Saturday. I'm at the tail end of it. So it's only a
mhm.
few days. I wanna say that because people medicate too quickly,
Yeah, yeah.
and they turn to these over-the-counter medications, NyQuil. What the heck is
Mhm.
that? It's sugar that's syrupy, and it might make you sleep, but is it doing anything to whatever virus you got going on?
Probably not.
No.
Mm-mm.
Heck no, it's not. It's not. So if you just allow your body to do what it does naturally, and you do what you need to do, get plenty of rest. When I caught my little cold on Tuesday, I didn't work out
Mhm,
Wednesday, I didn't work out Thursday, didn't work out Friday. 3 days I took
mhm,
off. Those are 3 days I
mhm,
usually would have done something, but I wanted my
mhm,
body to have full function to fight this. And I didn't really
mhm.
feel that energy to get in there and do it anyway. So I said, okay,
Yeah.
I just need to take a chill. I just need to lay low. And my significant
Mhm.
other, he kind of, he was promoting that as well. So I have a significant other, Sandy. Yes.
Hey, that's what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
he's
Congratulations.
listening. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I
So I
wanna go
say
back
that to tell people,
uh-huh,
hold on, Sandy. I say that to
okay.
tell
Yeah.
people when you have something minor, allow your body to manage it so it can build up your immune system. Don't turn to over-the-counter drugs so quickly.
Yeah.
If you had a
Mhm,
headache, stop medicating with Tylenol. That's a liver
mhm.
killer. You need to
Mm,
find out, why is my head hurting? Your body is
mhm,
trying to tell you something. Every symptom is a message. It's a message. Listen
mhm,
to it and try to
mhm.
figure out, what is your body trying to tell you?
Yeah,
It's talking
yeah.
to you. The body will talk to us. Listen to
Mhm.
it.
I think that medication mindset is an automatic response to every
Yep,
little ache, pain, you name it. We have a medication for it, or there's some kind of supplement for it, or something. That's usually the first thing that people think to do, is to take some kind of medicine. But you're saying
yes,
stop and allow your body to do what it was created to do.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Initially, if just like my cold, if my
Mhm.
cold wasn't getting better, and maybe
Mhm.
I was developing a fever, maybe I couldn't go to work, maybe I couldn't eat, maybe it was just getting worse and worse and worse. That is something different. But
Mhm.
initially, pay
Mhm.
attention to your body.
Right.
Kind of just sit back, listen, do the things you need to do,
Mhm.
and then observe how your body is doing day to day. And I
Mhm.
can guarantee you, in a few days, if it's just a virus, you can't kill a virus with any prescriptive medication anyway. It's a virus. If
Right.
it's a bacteria type infection, then that's different. That might need attention. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
So there's
Mhm.
just I think the message to take away is to listen to
Mhm.
your body and don't be so quick to turn to an
Mhm.
over-the-counter medication to try to medicate. You're just putting a
Mhm.
Band-Aid on top of something that you don't even know what's going on. If something is really
Mhm.
brewing, it's going to continue to brew. But if it
Mhm.
is your body that can take care of whatever it is, allow that
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into this book,
Oh, thank you.
because
Thank you,
it
Sandy. Yes.
was such a beautiful labor of love for you. Tell us what was
Yes.
going on in your life when you started writing the book, and how you were finally able to finish.
Yeah. You
Mhm.
remember Dwayne.
I do. Mhm.
You remember Dwayne. Yeah.
Gentle
Dwayne is
Giant.
my late husband. Yes, yes. He
Yep.
was a gentle giant, 6'7" and a half.
Mhm. Mhm.
So Dwayne passed in 2013, and he
Mhm.
was he was 52. It was so unexpected. We definitely not planned that.
Mhm.
And like any loss, you just lose joy. You just
Mhm.
lose life.
Mhm.
You just feel numb. And we have two daughters, and at the time they were younger, of course. And I can remember how they would look at me to see how
Mhm.
well I was coping with this, how I was
Mhm.
functioning. I had to put
Mhm.
that smile on, Sandy, to show
Mhm.
them, life goes on. Mom's doing fine. I wanted them to do fine, but mom was not doing fine. I was
Yeah.
dying. I went to that valley, and I tell people, even with my faith, I'm a woman of faith, and I
Mhm.
knew that God was going to meet me. He was with me in that valley. But
Yeah.
your emotions are there to help us to guide through life. And I had,
Mhm.
and that was just a boom. That was coming from here to boom. It
Mhm.
just took the life out of me. And that next year, I really can't remember what I did, but I did things, but it was just being numb. And
Mhm.
I know you lost your sister, and I know
Yeah.
uh,
A month
you can
before.
attest. Yeah,
Mhm.
and you can attest to how that feels.
Mhm.
So when I was down, I was praying and journaling. I'm a
Mhm.
journaler. I love to journal. And God
Mhm.
just started giving me this vision and these scriptures, and He started to help lift me. And as
Mhm.
I was writing, I just started to say, wow, this is really this is powerful here. This is something that I feel is going to be more than just what I'm writing on this paper.
Yeah.
And He showed me this vision for this book.
Mhm.
And it started out, let me show people. My first copy of it started like this, Sandy.
Yeah.
And I used to use it as a workbook,
Mhm.
having women devotions. I had a group of women to come to my house, and we would go through it. And it was the last part of the book that we actually would go through, the 40 days
Mhm.
closer to Him. I hadn't
Mhm.
written the first part. 2 years ago. So after I did that, I just kind of put this on the shelf, and I just kind of checked out, and just
Mhm.
I kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you.
Mhm. Mhm.
2 years ago, God dropped it in my spirit. I want you to revise the journal,
Mhm.
because I gave it to you, not just for you, but for
Mhm.
others.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, okay, Lord, if I'm going to revise it, I'm going to need a team of people. So lo and behold, Sandy, 2 years in the making, this is what has become. From
Woo!
here to here, God gave
Yes.
me a team of 6 people to help me with this.
Yeah.
Two of the people I never laid eyes on, only talked to them by text,
Mhm.
never heard their voice, don't know who they are, but God knew. When God has a plan for you, you're not going to have all the pieces to it. You, you, you're not supposed to. But if you're walking in obedience, as you walk, He's going to have everything in alignment for you.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
6 people, I never would have guessed when I was here that I would have them. I never would
Mhm.
have guessed when He told me to start to revise this that I would have them. But I did say to Him, okay, Lord, I will do, but I'm going to need a team, because this is a project that's way bigger than what I can do.
Mhm.
And so after 2 years, and 2 years is a long time, right?
Yeah.
Revising, editing, my son-in-law, my daughter's husband, Bello, played a huge part in helping me with all the videos and the photography that went into it. On
Mhm.
page, let me see, on in the movement section, on
Mhm.
page
Yep. All the
99,
pictures. Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
these photos. Bello came over to the house. We would take the photos. Okay, mom, hold your breath. Click.
Mhm.
Okay, now go to, I mean, it was just labor intense. Weekend
Yes.
after weekend after weekend, I would come home from work and write. I would come home on weekends and write, or take videos, or go do whatever it needed to be done in order to
Mhm.
get this to where it is now. And the lady who did my front, I've never met
Mhm.
her. She lives in New York. She's an artist. When she saw that it was a Christian book, Sandy,
Mhm.
she was all in. And I know for sure God planted her because of
Yeah.
her. I mean, look at how beautiful this is.
Yes.
I told her
Yes.
what I wanted. She started sketching, and I said,
Mhm.
she had put a different type of fruit in this bowl. I said, I don't need that. I said, I want blueberries. I said, I love blueberries. I want
Mhm.
blueberries. And then she had some, I told her, I said, I want some mixed nuts because these are the things that I eat.
Mhm.
I didn't want
Mhm.
anything fake on here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then with the eggs, I found out that I can no longer have egg whites, but at the
Mm.
time I could have these whole eggs because I used to do
Mhm.
5 eggs every morning and I can't do that
Mhm.
anymore. The Bible, she's journaling, and this is the path. And I told her I don't want the path to be straight because when we're
Right.
walking with God, it's not straight. We're going to have
Mhm.
some, you know, but if we stay on that path, it's going to take us to this bright sun, and that's
Mhm.
God.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
There is something about finally giving God your yes. And he
Yes.
just begins to put the pieces in place that you need. Like you just said, some of these people you've never laid eyes on. This woman who did the cover of your book, you don't even know.
No,
But when you
no.
finally say yes, God
Yes.
just begins to put pieces and people in place
Yes.
to help you
Yes.
get towards whatever it is that you're endeavoring to do. I've seen it
Yes.
in my own life too, so I know it to be
Yes.
true. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It
Well,
is so,
there
so
was
true.
something in here that I wanted to read. I saw, let me see what page it is. Page 29.
Okay.
Oh, nope, that's not the one. Mm-mm. There's another one. We're going to talk about that too. You are a huge proponent of physical activity. Just like you said, you love muscles.
Yes.
You love lifting weights and building
Yes.
muscle. And when you said that, I was like, I'm about to show these people what you mean because you what you mean when you say that. Let me see. I want to make sure I grab those photos. If I didn't, I will. Let me see. Because Dr. Glenda is an award-winning bodybuilder, y'all. She's just not out here talking.
On the
She
local level.
that's all right. That's all right. She lifts weights for more than just building muscle. It's about it seems like to me it's kind of like therapy for you. Is that
Oh,
right?
definitely, definitely. I had my first training session today after not having it all week, and I was just so happy. Sandy, you would have thought I was a little girl just in a toy store having anything she could want. I was just so happy, and I told my trainer, because I have a trainer too, Sandy. I work with a
Well, okay.
trainer twice a week. Yes, because he helps me with
Yeah.
my heavy stuff. Because, when
Uh-huh.
you're really trying to lift heavy, you don't want to injure yourself. You can't always find someone to spot you. So,
Mhm.
in order for me to have that, it's just convenient to know. I go there, he set everything up, he takes it down. I just have to lift. He does everything else. And I
Mhm.
tell him, okay, this is what I want to do today. Nope, we did that last time. I don't want to do that because I'm going to be bossy, right? So,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So, but anyway, I want to entice people, work with a trainer.
Mhm.
Oh, Sandy, look at you, girl.
I
Look at
love this
you.
picture. This is like one of my favorite pictures. And this picture says, being fit is hard, being unfit is hard. Choose
Yes.
your hard. Which one is it going to
Choose
be?
your
Are you
heart.
going to struggle to
Yes.
be unfit? Because there's a struggle in that. Trust me, I know.
I
Or are
love
you going to take on the
it.
struggle of learning how to become fit? Which one do you
Yes.
want? Because you get to
Yes.
choose.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And let me just add on to that. If you're choosing not to do anything,
Mhm.
as you age, after the
Mhm.
age of 30, the body starts to change.
Ooh.
Your muscle mass starts to deplete.
Mm.
And if you're not intentional to
Mhm.
maintain it, it's going to continue to dwindle. And I
Mhm.
see people at the end stage of life. who
Mhm.
have not maintained muscle mass. Sandy, they are weak, they're frail, they're
Mhm.
loose, the skin is just loose. This is not how you want to live your life.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
just be intentional. Start today with walking. Start
Mhm.
today with body weight exercises. You do not have to go to the gym. You can
Right.
start at home, push-ups and squats and lunges and pull-ups. You can do that at home. I had a class today. I know you've been. You got to come back.
Yes.
Saturdays at 9 o'clock, we meet.
Yeah.
Small little group of women, but they are
Mhm.
there because they want to get stronger. And
Mhm.
it's a really a private group. We take
Mhm.
it slow and easy, but
Mhm.
the thing about it is to be consistent with coming. It's
Mhm.
1 day a week. So you need more than 1 day a week, but at least you can say, okay, I'm going to come 1 day a week with Dr. Glenda and the girls, and we're going to do this. So I want to
Mhm.
invite people that are local, come out. If you go to I know you're going to probably tell them about my IG and Facebook, but I think it's Triumphant Strength and IG is Dr. Glenda.
Now, can they sign up for your class on the triumphantwomancoaching.com website?
That is for the coaching programs.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
the class is not on there,
Okay, so
but
where do they need to go to
you,
sign up for your class?
put up do IG, Dr.
Okay.
Glenda. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's always posted there. Our next class, let's see, we're into class number 3. So I
Mhm.
would say wait until we have the classes are 4 classes,
Mhm.
and it's $89,
Mhm.
and I haven't posted for June yet, but I would say just be prepared and just start
Mhm.
following on IG, and you'll see when
Mhm.
the next posting will be for the next class.
And IG is Dr. Glenda Shepard.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
underscore Dr. Glenda. You see it?
Underscore. Mm-mm.
Okay. We can throw that up. Let me see.
So underscore Dr. Glenda?
I'm gonna find it, Sandy.
Okay. I want to
Yeah.
make sure we put the right thing up there.
Okay. Okay. Let's
So
see.
it's 4 Saturdays, $89.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Glenda, share. It's yeah, Dr. Glenda and then underscore at the end. Let me send
Okay.
this to you. Let me share it with you. There we go. Okay. It's coming to you on your phone.
Yep, I see
Oh, thank you, Sandy. You're quick, girl.
it. Okay, there we go.
Yes, yes.
All right. So
And
you can go to
also,
Instagram. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So, when you were talking about the book,
Mhm.
when people are getting ready to make a change,
Mhm.
on page, starting with chapter 2,
Mhm.
preparing for success, it
Mhm.
really does walk you through how to get ready for what
Mhm.
you're about to step into.
Mhm.
And one of the things that people don't realize is that anytime you start something new, you're going to have some resistance. The enemy does
Yeah.
not want you to be successful. He's going to try to deter you, distract you. He's going to make,
Mhm.
you're making excuses. I don't
Mhm.
believe in excuses. If you
Mhm.
really want to do something, you're going to break through excuses. Those are
Mhm.
just weapons that are being put in your way. You can allow them or you cannot allow them, and I don't
Mhm.
allow them. But
Yeah.
one thing that I do with all of my clients when we're getting ready to start something, I start their program on page 24, it talks about the
Mhm.
pantry overhaul. If you're trying to
Ooh.
improve how you eat, you need to
Mhm.
do the big PO, the pantry overhaul. You need to clean the pantry.
I talked
It's
about that
too
last night on my
you
show.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, 'cause it's too easy if
yeah,
it's just open the door and boom, grab it.
yeah.
You want to set yourself up for success, and
Mhm,
then I try to help people to meal prep.
mhm,
So when you
mhm.
leave for your work, you know you're gonna have to eat.
Yeah.
Don't rely upon healthy food to just be there.
Right. Just drop down
Take
out the sky like manna.
take your food with you. Take it with you, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna save money, you know the quality of the food that you're eating because you bought it, you prepared it, and you're
Yes.
gonna be satisfied. I'm not a
Mhm.
cook, I don't like to cook, but I have to cook. I cook
Yeah.
simple, but
Me
Sandy, I
too.
meal prep every week. And I work at a hospital, I could easily go to the cafeteria.
Mhm, you
Yuck,
could, but
yuck, yuck.
yeah, is that what you're
Yeah,
supposed to be eating? I remember when I first started working with you, when we were talking about cleaning out the pantry, and I talked about this on my other show last night, and you said, "Stop trying to have willpower. Just stop. Don't
yes,
bring it in the
yeah.
house. That's the only willpower you need. Don't bring it in the house." So you said to me what you just said a few minutes ago, throw
Yep,
it all away.
yes,
And that's
yes,
exactly what I did. And
yes,
I had just
yes.
bought groceries and I threw my Captain Crunch away, girl. That was my friend.
I know it was.
Threw
I
away a
remember.
whole box of Captain Crunch. I
I
threw it
remember.
all away. I listened to what you said and I threw it
Yes,
away and I replaced all that sugary stuff with
yes,
simple staples
yes,
that I still eat today.
yes. Good,
I heard
good,
you and I did exactly what you said. And
good,
it's not easy to
beautiful.
do. It's not
Right.
easy to do.
Right, right, right,
Mhm.
right. People wanna change, Sandy, but they don't wanna change doing what they're doing, and
Yes.
I can't conceive that. You
Mhm,
wanna change, but you don't wanna change doing what you're
mhm,
doing, but if you
mhm.
don't change, you're not gonna change, so you can't change and keep doing what you're doing, right?
Uh, it's a
So
vicious cycle.
and and Sandy, once you allow yourself to make this a rhythm for
Mhm,
yourself, people
mhm.
wanna say a habit, I call it a
Yeah,
rhythm.
too. I do too. And
Get
we
in
never
your
talked about
rhythm.
that. We never talked about this rhythm thing.
It's a
So, I
rhythm,
know this is
Sandy.
God because we've never had this conversation, but I say the
It's a
exact same thing.
rhythm. It's
Yeah.
a rhythm,
Mhm,
it's a synergy that you're looking
mhm,
for,
mhm,
and once you find that, once you connect with it, for
mhm,
me, my body's just like, "Oh," those 3 days that I allowed myself to rest because of the cold,
mhm.
um, it wasn't easy, Sandy.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was because I was out of my rhythm.
Mhm.
However, I knew that in order to come back stronger, I needed to allow my body to rest so it could
Yeah.
fight this little, cold.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
want you to touch on too something that you taught me that has stayed with me and I adhere to this day,
What
and
is
that is getting the proper amount of sleep,
Oh,
especially for women. You actually showed me a video that explains what happens to your brain when you don't get enough sleep and when you
yes,
do get enough sleep. Can you talk about that?
yes. Sleep, I love sleep. Now that's my
Mhm.
best friend.
Me too.
I wear an aura. I think I had this aura when you and I were together in
Mhm.
23,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Mhm. Yep.
okay. So, this is a tracker, and you can probably
Mhm.
use something else, but, it
Mhm.
has really helped to enlighten me about my sleep.
Mhm.
Sleep is medicine, and
Mhm.
people that are trying to get by on 4, 5 hours of sleep or trying to stay up as long as they can, and then they get up and they're not rested, you
Yeah.
are damaging your body.
Mhm.
The body has a glymphatic system and
Mhm.
it's only in the brain, and it's only when we sleep that it
Mhm.
does this cleaning of the debris in our brain. It's
Mhm.
called the glymphatic system, like the
Mhm.
lymphatic for the body,
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
glymphatic is for the brain. The
Mm.
only time it's activated is when we sleep. So if
Okay.
you are not getting proper sleep, that's one big reason why you need to get, this is what the researchers are saying, at least
Mhm.
7 hours of sleep.
Yeah. 7 hours.
And it needs
Mhm.
to be deep restorative sleep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I try to prep my body before I lay my head down. I turn off my electronics. I have soft white noise music going. I have
Mhm.
my aromatherapy. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
getting my brain to calm down. I'm
Right.
clearing my brain. I like to meditate so I can
Mhm.
sleep well.
Mhm.
Well, Sandy, I've been talking. My significant other lives in Atlanta. He's
Mhm.
3 hours ahead of me, right?
Right.
Our talk time is in the evening. So I've
Mhm.
been pushing the envelope with talking to him. He's
Right.
pushing it to, but because that's our time to talk. So I haven't
Yeah.
been getting much deep sleep and as long as I normally, and my heart rate variability has been showing me some signs. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to readjust that. But here's the takeaway for people about sleep.
Mhm.
Do not skip out on sleep. Do
Yeah.
not think you're getting by with 4 or 5 hours. Do not
Yeah.
think, "Oh, I don't need to sleep." Yes, you do. You
Yeah.
are
You do.
human. This
Mhm.
human body needs to sleep so
Mhm.
you can have better clarity, so you can have better, strength,
Mhm.
right? So you can
Mhm.
be happy. How many
Mhm.
people are irritated and grumpy because 'cause they're tired? I know I get irritated and grumpy a little quicker when I'm tired.
Mhm. Yeah, me
That's
too.
because you haven't had enough sleep. So
Mhm.
sleep is restorative, and we need to prioritize sleep.
Mhm. I remember just maybe a week ago, we were talking by text, trying to get your thumbnail right for the show.
Yes,
And it was
yes.
we were talking and then it like 7:30 hit and you were like, "Okay, I'm going to bed now." Glenda was not playing. She's like, "Okay, we can handle this tomorrow. I'm going to bed."
I know. I have an alarm that tells me
Mhm.
time to wind down. And
Yeah.
because when I was in school, you get so enthralled in your studying that I
Mhm.
would stay up a little late. So I put that
Mhm.
timer on my phone and I am not taking it off. So I
Mhm.
know, okay, I need to shut it down. Whatever I
Mhm.
didn't do, that's fine. I can pick it up
Yeah.
tomorrow. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for someone who, I wanna use the last couple minutes to address this. For someone who is ready to get started, is, like, ready to just take that first step towards, whether it's weight loss or, dealing with some kind of mental concern, emotional concern, something going on in your spirit, your spirit man. What's the best first step, would you say?
So you've asked a few questions in that.
Mhm,
So,
mhm. Or to address all
w
3.
right.
Mhm, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think the very first step for anything when you're dealing with something,
Mhm,
is to identify what it is, okay?
mhm,
That's the first thing. Sit down with yourself and identify what it is that's making you
mhm,
feel the way you feel, because
mhm,
there is a reason for it. What's the root? And
mhm.
get into turn to someone who you trust
Right.
to also help.
Mhm,
I believe that identifying whatever it is can be addressed.
mhm.
God does not want us to be ignorant, right?
Right, right.
So pray, allow
Mhm,
Him to speak to you.
mhm,
Slow down. I think a
mhm.
lot of time for women, we are so busy trying to take care of this, this, and this, and this, and this. We don't take
Mhm,
care of this.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
prioritize self-care. You
Mhm,
come first. You come before your husband, you come before your kids, you come before
mhm,
mom and dad. You come first, because if you don't, you're not gonna
mm,
be any good for any of those people, because 'cause you're gonna
yeah.
wear yourself out.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
prioritize, take care of yourself. And I
mhm,
think a woman, I raised 2 children, and I
mhm,
always, Sandy, would carve out me time,
mhm.
always.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
order to try to be the best mom and the best wife, they knew I had to have me time. And
Mhm.
usually that was gym time. That was,
Mhm.
going to the gym, doing what I do, because
Mhm.
that was my, like you said, therapy. And it
Mhm.
still is to this
Mhm.
day. I just
Mhm.
get charged up. It just keeps my battery full. And I just absolutely love it. Look at you.
True healing begins when you honor your body, your mind, and your spirit as one. It's a holistic approach to your wellness. Is that right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It is. It is. God told me years ago, you touch the woman, she'll touch her home.
Mhm.
And my ministry is a women's ministry. And I've had men to buy the book, Sandy, and they're like, this book is for us too. And I'm like, yes,
Mhm.
it's applicable to a man as well. But I
Mhm.
wrote it to my sisters because
Mhm.
I know what we go through. And as I
Mhm.
was saying, raising a family, we give and we give and we give and we give. When we hit menopause, that's a time in a woman's
Woo!
life. That's a
Mm.
different topic for us to come back and talk about.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's a lot of changing that's going on. And that's a time for, I believe, for that woman to have a new life
Mhm. Mhm.
because this old
Yeah.
stuff is done. You're not going to have a menses anymore. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Right.
Ooh,
Hallelujah. That's
I
over.
threw a party when that thing ended.
But now we need to look at how to balance these hormones that are all over the
Mhm.
place. So we
Yeah.
can have that weight gain down, we can have that brain fog down, we can alleviate that depression. Because if
Mhm.
the hormones are not balanced, Sandy, all of those
Mhm.
things happen. All of them.
Mhm.
They were happening to me.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
thought, "Oh, no, no, no. This is what menopause is.
Yeah.
Postmenopause, I should say. No,
Right,
no, no."
right.
Yes, yes. So we girls
Mhm.
need to be taking testosterone. We need to be
Mhm.
optimizing estrogen, progesterone. We need hormone balancing.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm. I remember you
Yes,
showed me a chart, or you showed us a chart when you the first time you came on my show, and it was all about menopause. And you
yes,
showed a chart that depicted what it looks like as your body begins to lose estrogen.
yes,
And by the
yes.
time you get in your 80s, all your estrogen is in your ankles. That's all that's left. You just got it a little bit in your ankles. And then you wonder
You
why you
re
can't think straight.
you remember so
I
good.
do.
Yes, yes, yes. You could have some osteoporosis to where now you're
Yeah.
humped over, you
Mhm.
know. You can have some hip fractures 'cause, bone density is too low. All of
Mhm.
these things because of estrogen and
Mhm.
progesterone and testosterone. We need to name all of them. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that vividly. I was like, "Wow, she just
Yes,
got a
yes.
little in her ankles and that's it. Mm, it's just
That's
gone."
not enough. That's not enough.
Oh, wow. I want to ask you this final question as we get ready to close out the show, because earlier in the show, you mentioned that you are a palliative care nurse. You work with
Yeah,
people in palliative care.
yeah.
First, tell us quickly the difference between palliative care and hospice. What's the
Yes,
difference?
yes, yes. A lot of people want to say that they are one and they're not.
Mhm.
I always
Right.
like to start with hospice because it's easier.
Mhm.
Hospice is for the end of life care. It's for
Mhm.
when we've done all the treatment and we're
Mhm.
truly at the end stage of life. And the best
Mhm.
care is comfort care. So hospice is a service. It's a beautiful service. It provides the care that the person needs to help them have an easy, comfortable, dignified passing.
Mhm.
Palliative is before hospice. Palliative is
Mhm.
when maybe you just recently was diagnosed with maybe cancer or some type of a chronic disease. So you can have palliative service in conjunction with your treatment. Because when you're on
Mhm.
hospice, you're no longer getting treatment. You're only going to
Right.
focus on comfort. But with
Right.
palliative, It's a time that you can also have palliative to help. We do a lot of advanced care planning. Advanced care
Mhm.
planning is helping that person to identify they have this chronic condition. Maybe it's cancer, some type of a chronic illness, lung disease, kidney. And what we do is we sit down and we have conversations, hard conversations. People do
Mhm.
not like to talk about the end of life. We
Yeah.
all are going to have that, Sandy. No one's going to
Mhm.
escape. No one. There's time to be
Mhm.
born, there's a time to pass. So, having that conversation, and I just want to encourage everyone who's listening, if you know of a
Mhm.
loved one, or maybe it's yourself, and you're dealing with some type of a chronic illness, sit
Mhm.
down and have it and do an advanced care plan. There's two parts.
Mhm.
Part
Mhm.
one talks about a durable medical power of attorney. Who do you want as your healthcare agent to speak for you if you
Mhm.
could not make decisions for yourself?
Mhm.
Who would that
Mhm.
person be? And make sure
Mhm.
that it's someone that will carry out your wishes, not
Mhm.
someone who's going to be timid or do what they want to do. Make sure it's someone you trust.
Right.
And usually we like to have two people just in case the primary person is no longer available. If you
Mhm.
do not have that document, that legal document done, by the
Mhm.
state of Washington, it defaults to the legal next of kin. Like if you're
Okay.
married, it's your spouse. If you're not married, it goes to your children. But if you got three children and just say they're all
Mhm.
got three different ideas of how they
Mhm.
want mom or dad to be taken care of, that's a
Right.
problem, right?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
so that's one part, and then the second part of the advanced care plan is the living will. This is the
Mhm.
really important part because this talks about the medical treatment that you want or don't want. For example, Sandy, I had a really sad case Friday with a Jehovah Witness patient. She didn't want blood and her hemoglobin was super low. All she needed was a blood transfusion. She said no because of her religious beliefs, right? And she had her advanced care plan that said no blood. I mean, it was clear to us. We reached out to her family. They said nope, she would not want it. She became incoherent, couldn't talk back, got intubated, and she died because she refused to have blood. But
Mhm.
here's what was the beauty. She had her advance directive.
Yeah. Yeah.
She had her advance, and her family knew what she would continue to say.
Mhm.
So it's so good to have an advance directive. Do you want to be resuscitated when your heart stops? Everybody's
Mhm.
heart's going to stop one day. Do you want them
Right.
to try to resuscitate, break through your ribs, get your heart beating again, put
Mhm.
an endotracheal tube down and put you on a life machine? Now you're
Mhm.
sedated, you're not talking, you're just there.
Mhm.
Now what? If
Right.
you're not
Right.
improving, now what? So
Mhm.
all of these things is what palliative will help a
Mhm.
person to sit down and do. And then we also do a lot of symptom management because our goal is quality of life. So we do a lot of symptom management for pain, respiratory, nausea, vomiting, whatever the symptom might be, we can manage
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, in
So when
conjunction
you
with your primary care doctor. Go ahead.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you are working with patients in palliative care, do you ever have conversations with them about, um, any regrets that they might have?
Oh,
And do they ever talk about how they wish they would have taken better care of themselves?
oh, yes. God put me in palliative care 15 years ago. I didn't want to do it, but he opened that door and I said, "Okay, God, I will do this, but it's not what I wanted to do as a nurse practitioner. I wanted to do women's health.
Mhm,
That was my focus." And
mhm,
15 years later, this is the only position I've had. So
mhm.
God knew He created
Wow.
me for this.
Yeah,
And I've
yeah.
had so many opportunities to talk to people at the end of their life. And they would say, honey, if I could go back, I wouldn't smoke. I didn't know it would do this. I wouldn't drink. I would
Mhm,
exercise. I would eat more. Yes, they had such big regrets. I remember this one patient. I always ask about their faith because
mhm,
I feel like this is the end. And this is an
Mhm.
opportunity for people who may not have accepted God. And I
Mhm.
always ask, how is your faith? And this one
Mhm.
man looked at me and he says, I don't have faith. I'm an atheist. I said,
Mm.
oh, that's what I said, Sandy.
Okay.
I said, that's what I said. I said,
Mhm.
okay. So I just, kind of changed the conversation. I know, no, I did not. Here's what I said. I said, well, it's
Mhm.
never too late. That's what I
Mhm.
said. It's never
Mhm.
too late. And then he said back to me, and I knew, leave him alone. So I
Mhm.
left the room, but I said, God bless you, because
Mhm.
how, to die as an atheist, but that's his belief, right?
Right. Right.
So, but
Mhm.
and but on the flip side, I've had people to say that they had regrets, they weren't close to God like they should, they were crying, and I said, "It's never too late," and we prayed together,
Mhm.
and those
Mhm.
have been the times that I know God put me there for that person. 'Cause
Mhm.
what other time, Sandy, when you're on your deathbed to
Mhm.
accept the Lord before you
Yeah.
close your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
God is always with us, and it's never too late.
That's right. And I remember you saying, if you do what you need to do to have the best quality of life while you are alive, when you get to the end of your life, you can have a
Yes,
better quality of death. I remember
exactly,
you saying that.
and that is so true.
Yeah.
And some people die horrendously, and I've always thought, "Oh my goodness, what type of life did they live?" I mean, they
Mhm.
suffering, and then I've seen some people just have such a peaceful dying,
Mhm.
and you look at
Mhm.
their face, and it's just peaceful, and
Yeah.
and yeah, so I've seen it both. I've seen so much, Sandy, in the 15 years of doing the end of life care. This is
Mhm.
another reason why it keeps my cup full to go
Mhm.
out and help people to take care of this one body. We only have
Mhm.
one body, and you
Mhm.
have to be intentional. It's not
Yeah.
about just losing weight. You have to keep your
Right.
body strong. So my
Right.
message for women is to age with strength, physically and spiritually.
Mhm. Amen. The book is called 40 Days Closer to Him, a God inspired wellness plan. It is available on Amazon. Go
Yes.
grab the book. It is a journal. And
Yeah.
like Dr. Linda showed us, she has pictures in here on how to do a perfect crunch. So if you're not doing your crunches right, you can turn to that page and she gonna show you how to do your crunches right, how to do your push-ups right, how to do your sit-ups right. It's all in the book, y'all. I have been looking at this book like I've been doing crunches all wrong. I finally know what I'm doing. So you want to go and grab this book on Amazon. I am so proud of you, Dr. Glenda. Congratulations on your first
Thank you.
book. It's so
Yes. Thank you.
exciting. It's so
Thank
exciting.
you. Thank you.
We have a couple
Thank
people in the chat. Nala is in the chat. Peter Sala says,
you.
Auntie, he's in the chat. Peter
Oh,
Sala. Thank you so
okay.
much for being here tonight and for watching. We're going to bring Dr. Glenda back
Yeah.
probably this summer because I want to talk about hormone
Okay.
replacement therapy.
Yeah.
I want to talk
Yeah.
about HRT and I
Let's
want to
do it.
talk about the myths and I want to talk about the actual facts
Okay.
because there are
Let's do it.
still a lot of women out there who think that they cannot, should not do it because of
Right.
thus and so. So we want to give them
Right.
real, correct information so they can make an
Right.
informed decision because I was
Decision.
one of those women until I
Yeah.
researched it myself and went to the doctor and talked to my doctor about it extensively. And now I am on, what is it, bioidentical
Good, Sandy.
hormone
Good.
replacement
Good.
therapy. Yes.
Good.
And it
Do you
it
feel
has
better?
changed my whole, yes, my whole
Yeah.
postmenopausal life is 100 times
Yes.
better.
That's
So we're
good.
gonna bring Dr. Linda
Perfect.
back to talk to us about that because she is the one
Perfect.
who can give us the
Yeah.
right information.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, my
Thank
friend.
you.
Thank you so much for being
Okay.
here tonight.
Thank you for
You know
having
I
me,
love
Sandy.
you. You
I
don't even
love
have to
you.
wonder. I can't wait to have you back. Congratulations on your book, and thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you
All
guys for
right,
being here. Okay. Bye.
take care.
Okay.
Yes, that is my friend till the end. I will be starting my strength training with her in just a few weeks, because she keeps drilling into me that yes, weight loss is great, but weight loss with muscle mass loss is not good. So I want to make sure that I increase my muscle mass. So as I age, my body can hold itself together. The frame is strong. And that's what weightlifting does. So, and I'm excited to see how my body changes when I start lifting weights, because weightlifting transforms your body. So I want to see what's going to happen. And I want y'all to see what's going to happen too. This is going to be good. I'm excited. I can't wait. Thank you so much for being here tonight for the Girl Talk Sunday podcast. Y'all know I love you. I appreciate you. I welcome you to come here on Sundays to be with us. And I will see you again on the 17th of May when my guest, Dr. Patty, is coming back. And we are going to be talking about a mental health concern that a lot of women go through. And it has to do with not being as fully present as you need to be in your life so that you can begin to make the changes that need to be made in your life. Dr. Patty is coming back to talk with us about that and give us some steps that we can take to get fully present in our lives. A lot of us are looking at life from the perimeter of life, but we're not fully present in life. And sometimes it's really hard to be fully present because there's some stuff going on that you don't want to deal with. But it's important that we learn how to deal with it because it's not going to fix itself. So Dr. Patty Lott, Dr. Patricia Lott, First Lady Patricia Lott is coming to talk with us on May 17th at 6:00 right here on the Girl Talk Sunday podcast. So don't miss that. You'll see more information on my Instagram. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for being here tonight. God bless you. We're going to end tonight's show with my song, written by me, powered by AI. It's called I Am Enough. God bless y'all. Love you.
When I was happy, had to tell my face, smile through the ache. Then I had enough. Looked in the mirror, saw heaven in my frame. No more begging for a seat, you make sure they know my name. You said, no, don't you worry about what tomorrow holds. Birds still get their breakfast, and flowers still unfold. So I'm laying it down, this heavy little crown. If you feed the sparrow, you'll cover me now. I'm breathing again, I'm letting it go. You know what I need before I know I am enough, enough, enough. Held in your love, your love, your love. Seek first the kingdom, love will come in time. So I trust you now, I trust you now. Lead me somehow, lead me somehow. Today is enough, my life is in your hands. I used to chase to win, thought they owed me more. Tried to force the door till you opened my eyes. Show me I matter. I am the prize. No more fear in the dark, no more running away. Showered with mercy, covered in grace. You know my secrets, still love who I am. So why would I panic when I'm in your plan? So I'm laying it down, this heavy little crown. If you feed the sparrow, you'll cover me now. I'm breathing again, I'm letting it go. You know what I need before I know I am enough, enough, enough. Held in your love, your love, your love. Seek first the kingdom, love will come in time. Ooh, I trust you now, I trust you now. Lead me somehow, lead me somehow. Today is enough, my life is in your hands. Ain't crying no more if you close that door. Close that door, it was never my door, never my door. Look at the field, look at the birds. You were faithful then, always put me first. I don't chase what fades, I choose what remains. I'm covered in grace, trust in your word, seeking your face. I am enough, enough, enough. Held in your love, love, love. Seek first the kingdom, love always comes on time. I trust you now, I trust you now. Lead me somehow, lead me your head.